Hi ladies, in this video I'm going to run down the 5 myths of menopause so that when you hear them, you know them. Some women sail through menopause. I don't happen to be one of those women. In fact, my journey landed me on the floor of the bathroom at work during a live broadcast. I was on the air at the time. It was around 10:30 at night and my heart was racing out of my chest. I was sweating from the inside out and I suffered a severe anxiety attack and wound up having a coworker that was smart enough to see what was going on and help me off the set. And I laid there on the floor trying to cool off with my heart racing out of my chest. And at that time, I didn't know there were 34 symptoms of menopause. If you wait, I'm going to list all of them at the end of this video just so you have them. So let's get started with the first myth. Myth number 1, menopause is an illness. Menopause is not an illness. Menopause is a phase of life. It's not an illness. It's not a disease. It's perfectly normal. It's something that all women are going to go through. It's something that a lot of women are going to be in for 1/3 of their lives, which I had no idea about until I started researching this. I thought it was just kind of you had a hot flash or a night sweat or couldn't go to sleep, but that's not the case. And we have not treated it normal for a very long time. Instead, we whispered about it. We used the word taboo all the time to describe the word menopause. And for me, I thought it was going to be a time that was a big ending. And while it's the ending of one phase of our life, it's the beginning of another phase. So menopause is not an illness. It is not a disease. It is a phase of life. Myth number 2, if you are around 51 or 52 years old and you've missed a few periods here and there, you're in menopause. That's not the case. That's not how the clock works, actually. Menopause is the first day after you have missed 12 of your periods. You could be in perimenopause, which I was for a long time, but I had no idea because I also have endometrium polyps, so I was so confused, as a lot of women are. Anyway, the day after you miss 12 periods, that is the day that you were in menopause, and then after that you're postmenopausal. And I just think it's so important to clear that up, and important also to get some blood tests so you know your hormone levels, because hormones are what this is all about. Myth number 3, I'm going to gain weight and there's nothing that I can do about it once I hit menopause. Guess what? There are 34 symptoms. One of those symptoms can be weight gain, but I've seen some women in the best shape of their lives because they're saying, you know what? Now it's about me. I'm going to take care of my health. I'm going to make sure I'm well. I'm going to make sure I'm eating right. I'm cutting out sugar. I'm trying to get as much sleep as I possibly can. But hormone changes happen, and that's why we're on this journey. And yes, there can be weight gain, and yes, trust me, it can be frustrating, and I've had it. And there's some exercises that I will share down the line that I've been trying to do, and I really think that they're helping. But first and foremost, I want to make sure you're healthy during this time, mentally healthy and also physically healthy. And yes, there can be weight gain, but it's not a guaranteed weight gain. So if you are gaining weight or you do feel like your body is shifted weight a little bit, make sure you also shift your mindset, because that's going to be so important during this time. Myth number 4, being in menopause means that I'm old and I'm past my prime. This is actually my favorite myth because attitude and action are everything during this time. This is what makes all the difference in the world between changing your life or just accepting the way it is. And I don't care if we're talking about menopause or we're just talking about age. I just hit 51 years old, and trust me, I get it. I'm scared of feeling irrelevant, scared of not knowing what's next, scared of feeling like I'm too old and don't matter, but that is not the case. You have to get rid of that fear and negative self-talk. This is a time of change, but I see so many people that are 50 plus that are thriving and surviving in all sorts of ways, making big differences, changing their business, changing their life, healthier than ever before, and you can do that, but attitude and action are everything. Again, 1 billion women are going to be in menopause by the year 2025, and some of these women are at the peak of their careers, the peak of their earning potential. This is an exciting time. Myth number 5, hot flashes, night sweats, weight gain, those are the only symptoms of menopause. If I don't have those, I'm not in menopause. No, that's not the case. There are 34 symptoms of menopause. I had no idea. I was like, this number, that cannot be right. But there are 34 symptoms of menopause, and they did them over on TikTok, and I'm going to share them with you because I list all those symptoms. I'll also list them down below so you can make sure you have them as well. And you can go to your doctor and you can check and make sure you know what you are being treated for. At one time when I went to the doctor, they told me that I was depressed. I needed to go on an antidepressant because something was wrong. And the truth was, I was in perimenopause at that time, and hormone changes were causing a lot of problems for me and for my mood, and I was having difficulty sleeping. So I'm going to make sure you have those 34 symptoms. So take a look. There are 34 symptoms of menopause, and here they are so you know them, and you know you're not alone if you're dealing with one of them, 10 of them, or 34 of them. Hot flashes, night sweats, irregular periods, breast soreness, bloating, pain in your joints. We're also talking about decreased sex drive, vaginal dryness, mood swings, headaches, irregular periods, weight gain. Here's a couple of them that are a little bit different that we don't hear very often. Tingling in your hands, your feet, your arms, all these different areas. Nails that are brittle that break off. You can have fatigue, you can have anxiety. I have difficulty sleeping, that's a huge one for me. Brain fog, hard to concentrate. Loss of hair, acne, dry skin, burning tongue. You can get gum problems oftentimes. If you notice that, that's another big one that we don't talk about very much. There's also changes in your taste buds, digestive issues, muscle aches, soreness in your breasts, changes in body odor. Yes. Hard to control your bladder, irregular heartbeat. There's something called an electric shock sensation that your body can feel on and off, itchiness, dry skin, panic attacks, and dizziness. And yes, all of them, a few of them, hopefully none of them, but I want you to know the 34 symptoms of menopause. So if you think you're in menopause or perimenopause, or you just have some questions, I'm going to add some information down below so you know that you are not alone and we are all on this journey together and we need to talk about it. I'll see you next week.